This is an update. Oh my God. I'm giggling because I'm so freaking tired. I am so behind. I need a nap. Look, I need a nap. It's been busy. It's been crazy. I've been tongue exercising my way. It's a full-time job to tongue exercise, but I owe you some updates. We have so many updates. We do. And we're going to start with my second follow-up myofunctional therapist appointment. And then we will move along probably to a next video, and we will discuss my sleep test results and the findings. And then we will move along to my appointment after that with the dentist in the office of my myofunctional therapist, who will not be the dentist who will be performing the tongue release, but is now, I'm under her care because we have expanded my procedure, my stuff. We found more. So let's get to it. Okay, I'm so parched. All right, my second myofunctional therapist appointment. This is what we did. First, we went over all of the exercises that my therapist had given me to see how I had progressed, and we were going to decide what I was going to keep and what new exercises she might give me. So we went over all of them. We used this one first, where I was doing this, and doing tongue taps. And she says, that's great. She goes, you've moved along enough that we can now move it to the next, meaning this way, so you're a little bit wider, because the goal is to get my jaw to stay still and my tongue to touch the roof of the mouth, right behind the teeth. Then we checked in on my balls. Now my balls, look at these. I have really chewed on these balls. Like they were huge before. I've really done the work on them. She says, good job, Vanessa. You don't need the balls anymore. But I'm like, I kind of like the balls. Like I had a love-hate relationship with the balls, but I believe the balls really are helping tone my skin. So not my skin, but my muscles, my jaw muscles, which is pulling everything up. So I'm going to keep the balls in my routine, but I'm just doing it once a day because 3 times a day with the other exercises is a little much, but once for maintenance. Then we went through the disc, which is where I put it in, and it's this and then this, like 30 seconds each side for 4 minutes. She said, that's great. You don't need the disc anymore. And, I liked the disc. The disc was fine, but I was happy. That means good. I'm moving along. One step closer to that tongue tie. Then she said, okay, now it's time. Oh, I didn't have to tickle. That's right. I didn't have to do the tickling anymore. I don't even know where that went. It's not the straw. I was tickling it with the straw and the little scrap. Sorry, I'm unorganized. I had to do the tickling with the chopstick and the straw and then she goes, your tongue is awake. It's a stimulator. It's for your tongue and your roof. She goes, good job. Your tongue's awake. So I don't need this anymore. It doesn't tickle. Totally fine. Yeah, it was fine to see that go because that was just kind of boring. Now on to the good stuff. She gave me new exercises. She said, now you're going to do the first exercise with the little disky thing. You're going to keep that. Then you're going to do it's like the tongue left to right. So I hold for 1 minute each. I hold my jaw to keep it still. I'm holding that straight. And let me just tell you, my tongue is so lazy. I did not realize how lazy my tongue is. You have to keep that tongue so strong that by 40 seconds in, you're dying. By the minute, I could not believe how much strain and stress it was just like, whenever I finished that 1 minute, I'm like, and then the next exercise is the tongue planks. Yeah, it's like what you think. Planks, when you do the exercise plank for your core to get really strong, we got to get the tongue strong. I mean, my jaw has been doing all the work, and my tongue has just been having a good old time for 54 years, hanging out in my mouth, just not doing much, just hanging there. Now it's got to get to work. And boy, it's getting to work. So this is what you do. You open your mouth. It's for 1 minute, 10 seconds hold, in, 10 seconds again. Got to keep the jaw still as much as possible. So I got to hold it as hard as possible, like straight. And I got to, I'm opening my mouth like that because you want to keep it, you don't want to have the lips or the teeth, anything helping that tongue along. The tongue gets no help. The tongue has to do the work. So that tongue plank is a killer. And then the final of this series exercise is the lizard. And the lizard is 10 seconds, hold, 10 seconds off, or not 10 seconds hold, release, do it again, about 5 sets in 1 minute. So you open your mouth, hold that for 10 seconds, and you're pulling down like a lizard as far as you can, and you're stretching out like when you finish, like that last 3 or 4 seconds, I'm like, oh my gosh, I am just dying. In fact, my girl said, Vanessa, make sure, she really is worried about, obviously, my posture, because I have that forward head, because of the dang tongue tie. She's like, you got to really make sure your posture is there. So she actually gave me some head roll exercises, which I do anyway, and some shoulder rolls. She wants me to kind of do that in between each exercise because my jaw has been compensating and all these muscles have been doing the work that the tongue should be doing more of. When I do the tongue exercise, so when I notice that, like, I get super strain in here because those muscles are trying to activate. So those are the new exercises. This is a lot of work. Okay, but we have more to talk about because we did an M scan. Hold on, let me take a sip. We scanned with an M scan. So an M scan is this little, you can kind of see, I took a picture of the device. And so this is what we did. Because I've got so much other stuff to tell you. The M scan, they hook you up with electrodes. She did me here, and I think right there. And then she had me rest, teeth gently touching. And she measured how much I relaxed. So she did it clenched, without clenching, in a relaxed state. And then she also had me put I have a night guard that I sleep, for my TMJ, and she had me put that in as well, because that should be my most rested state from my jaw with that device in. And so she tested all the numbers, and this is what came up. On the left side, which is definitely where I have more of my TMJ issues, they're both there, but this one has more. On the left side, my most relaxed is 8.75 at the most relaxed. And then the right side is 5.2. I'll give you a baseline. So she said the baseline is a healthy, relaxed state would register in at about 1.5 or below. Said, Vanessa, you're not relaxing at all. Even at your most relaxed state, 8.7. And the fact, I'm like, why is one side, why is 8.7 higher on the left? And this is like the 5.2 on the right. Took some notes because this is a lot to remember. So it's called the left temporalis, by the way. She says I'm torqued on the left side, and she says that one side is doing more work than the other, which makes sense. It says there's an imbalance between your two muscles, and it's working harder, the left, which can contribute, if muscle is contracting and doing more work than it should or needs to, then it will contribute to a lot more pain, and that's why the TMJ, that's why there's pain. There's an imbalance, and I'm not resting. I'm not relaxing, even though I meditate and I breathe and I try to relax and I don't drink alcohol and I try to do all the right things, but my body is just in constant, even when you think I'm like, this apparently is still in stress mode. This up because we have a lot more to cover. So then she just basically said, okay, well, we really need to look at a new device for your mouth, because something, the device you have right now is not helping at all. So we had talked about the sleep guard for the nighttime, which is an upper and lower apparatus. She said, let's wait and get your sleep results and then make a decision on what we can do, because you have got to be able to relax this in a more relaxed state when you're sleeping. And so I said, okay. And then I went on my way, went home to start my new tongue exercises. And then she called me to tell me that she got my sleep test results. And I'm going to save that for the next video. Okay, I hope this is helpful. And I'm really loving, you guys, I'm loving all the interaction. This is freaking amazing. It is amazing. We are coming together. We are educating ourselves. We are exploring. We are understanding that everything has to do with the tongue. That tongue tie is so related to the whole body. It is so related to the whole body. And it is up to us to share that knowledge, because we may be helping many, many other people in the world, many of us, that may get relief because no one ever thought to look at the tongue tie. Now, maybe it's not your problem. Maybe it isn't correlated, but I think it's correlated a lot more than we realize. Okay, see you soon.